Good morning, everybody. Hey, I was just sitting and thinking, why not do a video? Yeah, why not? Okay, let's do one, huh? So that's what I did. I was getting dressed up, throwing on my clothes, fixing my hair up, doing that kind of stuff, just for entertainment purposes, because I don't have a whole lot going on that I want to get into. I'm drinking some coffee. I'm still fighting a bit of a cold, so I didn't go outside. It's pretty chilly out, pretty frosty this morning. So I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't go out and breathe that cold air right now, huh? Because I'll have to do that later, because I'm going to have to go outside. So if you notice, I got a feather in my hat, right? Well, let me show it to you. You see that? That feather there, my grandkids brought it over. And we're supposed to make a quill to write with. So I watched some videos where they were doing that. I believe the videos I watched, you'll find them on the YouTube channel Townsend is where I seen it. They were doing some writing, telling you about the ink, giving you all the information about that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna grab me some paper, soak it in some tea or coffee, let it dry, and then I was gonna do some quill work with a pen. And what got it all started is when my grandson was talking about learning how to write cursive in school. So I thought we'd do that. And I learned how to take a regular feather and turn the tip of it into a quill. Now, when I was a kid, used to occasionally find a buzzard feather somewhere. Ugh, can you imagine? And then take it and cut the tip off of it and take a regular pen cartridge out of an ink pen and then shove it up in there and you could just write with it. But it wasn't like the traditional, where you have an ink well and you dip in it. So anyway, I was going to get one of those pens, so I was on Temu looking around, and also been on Amazon and stuff, and they wanted, like, I don't know, a lot more. I think I got this thing for $3 or $4, and I said, I'll show that to people, and I think I mentioned it in another video, but this would be it. And it's got all them extra tips with it. I don't know if that's for different writing, I suppose, the thickness of the letters and everything, and it looks really nice. So, and if you can buy this very exact same one with a cup to stick it in so it stands up and some ink for $28 and something. And I think on Temu this here, just this package here with the tips and the feather, I don't know, is it $4, something like that. So it's a pretty good deal. Oh, and we have the Dragoon, $17.59 up here, huh? Oh, why you bring that up? Because that's what we want to see. We want to see the Flintlock pistols, huh? This prison cover fits that really good. I don't know how I got so fortunate and made one that fits really good, but I got that one just right. I did. And this is one of my favorite ones to shoot for some reason. I think because it's lighter, it's compact, the barrel's not that long. She's got a nice wide piece of flint in it. She sparks good. Well, I don't expect you to take me word for it. I just have to show you, eh? He's gonna show you! And that's the old spark for her. So, it's a nice piece. The old 1759, I think that's what they got it dated at. And you know, they ran for several years, so you'll find different places with different dates. Basically, they're all the same Flintlock. So, and I've been having a sweet tooth lately, and I've been wanting to chow down on sugar and sweets. And I know what that is. It's this code saying,
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna do him in. I'm gonna make him crave sugar and sweets, and I'm gonna lower his immune system.
well, you know what? That works. I didn't believe it for a long time. There was a doctor who said, if you eat sugar, you get sick and it kicks down your immune system, especially high fructose corn syrup. And I thought, are you kidding me? Well, he wasn't kidding. It took a while to prove it to me, but I finally did. He said, why do you think people all get sick over the holidays? It's all them sugar cakes and pies and stuff, right? And they're putting sugar in all your food, everything you eat, so your immune system is... You say, what's going on? You know? Everything's way up. Cancer, all that stuff. People are getting sick all over. Part of it's all that sugar in your food. So, anyway, that's how it is. So, you know, if you cut back on your sugar, you might be able to boost your immune system up so you can fight off things and get a little bit healthier. So nobody wants to be ill, especially me. I don't got time for it, I don't. That's right, no time to be ill. But, well, I thought I'd do a video because if I don't, I won't have nothing to watch. I set my own self and some reruns, and maybe there'll be some new good videos put up. Somebody will go out and do some shooting, which is what I wanted to do, but like I said, I just figured maybe probably ought to just chill out because it's pretty cold and frosty out there, but we have had some pretty good weather for shooting, even though we've had some bursts of wind come in and it get pretty windy for a while and then it calms down. That can wreak havoc on your ability to get out there and get a good spark in your pan. The wind can just take them sparks and get rid of them for you. It happens. So, yep, want to show this pen. Haven't opened it yet, haven't did any writing, but it's in the works with the plans to do some, write a letter. I think I know I got me ordered. I should be getting a wax seal stamp and all that stuff to play with. So, yes. A lot of people can play Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. But they don't have to, go back into a lot of different things. I think you could play Dungeon and Dragon type stuff with 18th century, right? I think you could do it. So, yeah, be a little more creative anyway. Get it exciting and full of action, right? That's what we're looking for. Exciting action. So, all right, well, I didn't have a whole lot going on. Like I said, wasn't really wanting to go out and do some shooting, but haven't got it done. I was downstairs last night, took the old Longland Brown Bess, got it out, wiped it down with the little WD-40 and worked on it and played with it a little bit. And then what else did I get down? Oh, I got down the old Napoleon and played with it a little bit too, wiped it down. And I was looking at them and checking them out. I know it's kind of fascinating to look at. I mean, they are a piece of history that is pretty amazing. This here wood grain and everything on these and the wood on them, I've been asked what kind of wood is that, or do they know what kind of wood they use? And I looked it up to see what it was, and they use it in the marine boating and stuff. It's called teak wood. That's what they make that stuff out of, and it's a pretty hard wood for the most part. So, although I've heard of some people getting some of their muskets and things with a softer wood, but these ones here, mostly what I got, seems to be a pretty hard wood. So far anyway, that's what it seems like. The old cheapy ramrod, which you don't want to break because it's what do you want to call it? Original to the reproduction model there. So, and remember, some people buy these and this isn't on there. This little tip, whatever you want to call it, that there part there. It's not got that on there. It's just a head of a screw. I did that myself. You can buy those little brass caps and put them on there, and it just makes it a little more decorative is what it does for it. So, but hey, looky here. It's an old apple. It's dehydrated. I'm going to eat that. Sometimes they're pretty good when they're dehydrated. Did not hurt any. So I'm going to have that for a snack, I do believe. I've been eating hard-boiled eggs. Those are pretty good. I got some oatmeal cranberry cookies. I've been trying to stay away from those. Those are pretty good. They really go good with your coffee. So I always wanted to eat some of that. And I'm like, oh goodness, you want to stay away from too much sugar, right? Especially if you got a cold running, because it'll just take things down and your cold will get a boost and it'll keep going. It's like, man, I need to knock this out. Especially before, summertime gets here. I don't want to keep carrying the cold. I just got over one. I was thinking I was over it for the most part and doing pretty good. And then all the grandkids came down with the cold again. So I figure I did it at the same time. So apparently we all must have got it at the same time. And what's coming up here shortly? Not too far away. Farther than you think. But I think our next sweetie holiday is Easter. So see what all they can do to lower their immune system on Easter, right? Because they eat all that candy. But man, Easter, wow, it's coming up. It's a beautiful celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Yes, sir. So, anyway, yeah, that's the next sugar fix for as far as I know. Unless somebody gets crazy on St. Patrick's Day. That's coming up, what, the end of March. And then they get a bunch of sugar and eat it then. But yeah, it was a tough sell to me. I didn't hardly believe it. You know, that sugar was what the culprit was. But how they say,
Ed, how'd you prove to yourself that sugar was the culprit?
oh, how did I prove it? Well, let me tell you. I didn't have no sugar, and I made sure I didn't have no sugar. I stayed away from it as far as I could. The lady of the house, she got sick. She likes sugar just as much as I do. But she got sick, so I thought, you know, I haven't had any sugar. And she's sick, so, and everything she catches, I catch. Up to this certain point when I had cut off the sugar. And I noticed a couple colds went through, and I never picked them up. So I was like, is there something to this? So I thought I'd test it directly. So I made sure that I give her some good smooches and everything. And I said, I'll get sick, you watch this. And guess what? I didn't get sick. Now some people will say, well, you already had your immune system built up to it. That's not the case, I guarantee you that, because it just, you know, we just went right in with not having any sugar. So that went through like a couple colds or more, and I didn't catch anything. And then finally I got that crazy craving for sugar. You know, you gotta have it.
I'm gonna eat a box of Reese Cups. I just gotta.
You know, and whammo, I got sick. Boom, kicked the stool right out from underneath me. Right there, old chap. That's what happened. So, well, one of these days I'm gonna play around, do some writing with this. I've ordered it's a little thing from Temu. Their prices are so cheap, I can't stand it, right? Some of it's junk, and then some of it's not too bad. But it's got a little ladle, and you let it sit on there, you pour your wax in it and heat it up, and then you put it on there, and you snap your letter when you're done and seal it. So we're gonna play around with that a little bit, just for entertainment. Who knows, maybe I'll video it. You can see old Ed clowning around with that. Goofing around, eh? So, well, while you're there, go ahead and take a look at this. Take a look at that baby. What do you think? Huh? You like it? Yes, I know, the brass gets a little tarnished. But you can polish it up and make it look really shiny and beautiful. But, you know, it's going to tarnish on you if you use it or touch it. The oil in the skin of your hands and stuff tends to want to make it turn kind of dark. So it is a blend of metals it's got, what's it got in it? Copper for sure. You know, but anyway, it's a blend of metals there, and that's what copper does. It kind of turns dark, so that's what it is. A little bit on the dark side there on the brass and everything, but you can polish it up. So you don't have to get too excited. At least the good thing about brass is it don't rust, so you don't have to worry about a rusty brass parts. Ooh, them eggs trying to give me indigestion. Ooh, so but yeah. Oh, it's got a nice grain to it too, doesn't it? Don't you think so? Yes? Yeah. So, but it's nice. It's fun to shoot. It's fun to shoot. Thank you. Yeah. One thing I would say I didn't like about it, barrel pin. I like the Frenchie where you pop the cap off. But if you got one of those and you want to do that, make sure you hold the barrel down when you take your rubber mallet and tap it a little bit. And you might want to loosen this screw back here a little bit, so that you don't mess up your wood and stuff here, because it's too tight. Sometimes this booger can spring up a little bit and it might give you a little chip back here, which you don't want if you don't have to have it. With the Frenchie nose cap, and then just kind of squeeze it together there and take it off. I should take one apart. That's what I should do, and show you how I do it. It's not nothing difficult to that one. It's got to take this screw out, take the cap off, and boom, she's apart. Take your lock off first. Clean it all up. But yeah, I didn't have no WD-40 on me. You know, it seems like the WD-40 soaks in on those or something that goes away. But I'm sure that the varnish that is on these, or the lacquer, that goes on here is a. Well, we know it's not the greatest thing in the world. It's probably about as I don't know. I don't know what they use for that, but sometimes it chips real easy in certain places. So I'm wondering if WD-40 doesn't get into it and moisturize it. I'm sure it's some kind of petroleum lacquer product, I would think. May not be. I don't know for sure. I need to look that up and see what they use to put a finish on those. But a lot of people like to get them and strip them down and refinish them, I guess. But I kind of like some original like they are. So that's how I like them. Just original. Yeah, I don't know. This one's got a nice wood to it. There's a grain in the handle. I don't know if you can even see it or not, but it's got a nice grain to it. It's got like 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of marks on top of the barrel. This guy here has got lots of marks. I don't even know if you can see that stuff, but it's a nice pistol. It's fun to shoot. It's kind of light. If you got a little bit of weakness in your wrist or something, you can get a brace. Or that one there is pretty, light to shoot and everything. But yeah, I thought I'd get on here and say good morning and all that good stuff. And say hoping everybody well wishes and the best. Hopefully everybody's doing good. So me, I just been sitting here at the house watching. I watched the Three Stooges and some stuff like that. Some old TV shows, different things. Little Magnum PI and some Gilligan's Island and different things of that nature. I like to watch the old TV shows from the '60s. Watched some of James Bond, Dr. No. If you haven't watched that, that's a pretty good old movie if you like that kind of stuff. If I could stay awake for some of that stuff, sometimes I'm trying to watch it and I'm like, yeah, I missed it. So, but it's a good time. Keeps you out of trouble, right? You don't got time to get in trouble. You're watching a little TV, relaxing, taking her easy. So, and, enjoying life. That's the main thing. So, and of course, sometimes I get caught up in a bit of news and, I hate a bit of news. What irritates me about the news, not only is it, let's just say I wouldn't trust them any more than a rattlesnake, that's for sure. But they think I'm so stupid. I'm sure, but they do it to you too, huh? They think you're all dumber than a box of rocks. Yeah. Give me some credit. I'm not that dang going dumb. I have a wee bit of spiritual influence from the Lord Jehovah in heaven. He kind of gives me some guidance, so that helps out a lot too. So if you got that kind of guidance in your life, you got it made. So it's that kind of, I could give you an example that not everybody is at that stage in life's travel, but I could give you an example that most people have felt in that type of guidance. Well, what's it like to have guidance like that? And how do you know when you're getting it? It's a sense that you'll find, and it's going to compare to the sense of when you're out and you got this strange feeling, except the feeling is going to guide you to safety and in good places and good decisions. But the strange feeling you'll feel if you're not at that stage with the good Lord Jehovah in heaven is like somebody's watching you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is watching you and you get that feeling. Now, if you can take that feeling and focus it up with the Lord, you're going to know way, 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 way more things than you can imagine. So, anyway, that's how I would describe it. You say, well, I don't know, is that a real thing, really? Because I felt like somebody's watching me, but I can't figure out who it is. Could it be a deer? Could it be another person? I don't know. I've had that feeling prior to being able to get a greater connection to where I'm being, guided to a certain extent. But I did watch a video on some of the troops in the Middle East that were snipers, and they were saying that, you know, when they spot them in their scope, you don't want to keep looking at them, keep it on them, no matter how far away they are. They'll start getting the sense of they're being watched. So there's some kind of sense to that, right? At least I think so. Leave some comments below. Say, hey Ed, get a conversation started. I'm always happy to answer back and say, hey, you know, this is what I was thinking. It's just an open conversation. There's some great information. There's been comments made on some of my videos that are just incredibly informative because people know a lot of stuff. And don't be shy about putting down your comment so we can take a look at it. And I've learned a lot from you guys. So it's a great community, wonderful people, and I'm really a pleasure to be able to talk to you and wish you a great morning. So we'll talk at you later. So enjoy your day.